that is the truth. And that's why him say love, and that's why him overstand everything. You know, that's one of the little part about the unification of the people. Because what the people have to realize that no.
Try it again. Make it a little less psychedelic. Give me a one drop, man. Alright. I want to make music to change the world. I wanna jam it with you. I wanna jam it with you.
Where you want to start?
From the beginning.
I ain't get a set list.
No set list, man. It's like jazz. You dig?
Yeah, man. I dig.
Bob Marley, rated PG-13.
I've seen the film and my first thought is that it's full of references. But if you don't know Bob Marley well, then you might miss some important characters or things from his biography that are there. However, sometimes not clearly mentioned. It's true that the young Bob Marley really looks like him. As for the rest, I'm not sure I recognize the Bob Marley I love. I saw the film in French, and I don't know if that detracts from his global impact. But in this case, I find that Tough Gong's rough edge doesn't come through at all. They look like friendly hippies who smoke. Of course, they have the Rasta faith, but if you don't know anything about it, you're a bit lost when you see the film. My favorite scene is in London when Bob went to a punk concert and was placed in police custody afterwards. What I did appreciate was the fact that the song lyrics were transcribed in French. For those who don't understand, I thought the scenes in Jamaica were pretty good, and I have no problems at all with the actors. I do regret, however, that even during the good scenes at the concert scenes, there's Bob Marley's voice, but these are re-recordings for the film, except for the live version of No Woman No Cry in London, which is the original track. There are some nice moments that would have deserved to be explored further. For example, Bob Marley at jet set parties, etc. The only time I thought I recognized Marley was when he's arguing with his wife Rita. There are also some anachronisms slipped into the film which are chronologically wrong, but which happened in Bob Marley's life. I found the scene where the gunman who shot Bob Marley comes to be absolved and forgiven by Bob Marley directly at his home ridiculous. And also when Bob rides a horse as a child with celibacy, it's just something you've seen over and over again in biopics like Ray, with the childhood memories, etc. I understand those who say it looks like a TV movie. But I was moved many times, and wanted to cry. Not because of the film itself, but because I was thinking of Bob Marley. Finally, I'm a musician, and the work involved in composing music seems just like simple a bit of fun between friends. It doesn't really convey the impact of Bob and the Wailers, even if it's very well filmed. Secondly, I find the fact that so many scenes have been cut, especially those with Cindy Breakspeare, who lived next door to Bob in England. It's a scandal. I'm no director, but this film is a little too happy for me. We understand the historical context, etc., but frankly, the figure of Bob and his colleagues is far more complex than the approximate 1 hour 45 minutes of the film. Finally, I'm white. And I think this is a movie for white people. Don't get me wrong, I'm just saying it's made by Jamaicans, however as usual it's a typical Hollywood movie. Jamaicans, don't complain too much. Because there are plenty of Jamaicans in the film and the film will benefit the island economically and culturally, at least I hope so. I enjoyed the movie. I don't know if you can feel it in my review, however, you got to know Bob Marley a lot. Otherwise, it's not very coherent, and it looks like a basic biopic as we don't learn about Marley much. As a person I don't understand why we see some scenes in the trailers and not in the movie. The editing is rushed and the story is too clean. Just like in Bohemian Rhapsody, Oliver Stone or Martin Scorsese were supposed to make the movie. Man, it could have been a masterpiece. I don't blame the family. However, you can clearly see their agenda. Eventually the main actor seems so genuine when he talks about Marley. I'm sure he did his best. I'm hoping for an extended version. The characters who are there doesn't add value to Bob in the movie except for his wife and his children. Eventually, we don't see his personal breakthrough.
I was happy to see it at the cinema. And I don't regret it. But I was constantly thinking, what if this and that? What if Martin Scorsese was directing? Etc. But this is what it is. And now I'll try to watch it again in English when the Blu-ray 4K will be out or something.